Welcome back to TL's Hobby Center. Today, we are going over the Mark 5 Ironman suit. As you can tell, it's a very detailed figure. Yeah, it's a briefcase, pretty much. No, I'm just kidding. This is pretty much how the Mark 5 actually came to be in Iron Man 2. But before we go too far, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you guys want to see more of my Hall of Armor so far, I got a large variety of different figures of different Roman numerals, if you want to call it. So today we're going over, I think it's Mark V is how this is in Roman numerals, I think. Something like that. But this is pretty much how the Mark V suit had appeared in Iron Man 2. Pepper and Happy carry the suit around when they go into, I forget exactly where. It's like in between Paris and Italy, I think it is where they have the Formula One car race, and Tony ends up riding the car instead of the team driver, and that's where he meets Whiplash. So they ask him to throw him the suit, and pretty much it lands down like this. He presses it, the gauntlets come out, and it transforms right up into the Mark V. This is the most agile suit, the lightest suit he has, which in all reality, if the suit was actually in this case, nobody would be able to physically carry it around as easily as they did in the movie. Let's just say that physics don't add up in this part, but we'll just go with it for the fun of it. So, Mark V, most slimline, least arc reactor, least repulsor style suit that Tony owns, because now all of the suits are now pretty much put into his arc reactor, which no need for the briefcase. It's the most transportable style suit that he owns. Well, the Mark 85. I believe the Mark 54, I think it was, is also like that too. So, very cool that this is kind of how the easy transfer suit started, and it became into the nanotech. We'll just go ahead and start off of looking at the suit. For Hasbro itself, not the absolute best. I'm not the biggest fan of his torso. It's just makes him look a little too skinny. Like you can't really put a person in it kind of deal. But also to start this off, I got this at my local hobby store. I actually have this figure itself too with the package, but mine's already open. But I found another one because he's getting hard to find. And also, fun fact, they painted this one in the Armored Avenger series of the toy releases. It's the Mark V, but he's black and gold. I believe a lot of the silver is the gold part and red is the black part, or vice versa. So that's another one. That one's more rare because I never really seen them. You'll see one here and there floating on eBay, but I'm just keeping my eyes open, just looking and see what's out there kind of deal. So pretty much the typical waist movement, better than the original Iron Man 1 movie figures. This one has the shoulder armor. Actually, part of, like, it's a rubber piece that's attached to the suit itself. It's glued in. So, upgrade there. And it does a full 360 on the arm, in and out as usual. I believe he is also double jointed on the elbow as well, like so. And legs can go in and back. It has that stupid original style hip joints. So not my favorite. Hard to maneuver on this one because he seems like he's been sitting a while. So at least the hip can move back and forth. His knees are also double jointed on the Mark V. He can get a wider stance if you really want to. You got some little bit of ankle movement, not much. It's just swivels is pretty much all this one's good for. The head does a 360, not much up and down. It can go down, but actually he has like a pivot. Okay, so his head can kind of go up a little more. So I just accidentally loosened that up, so that's good. So there we go. We can now see him actually looking straight. So let's go over what he has for accessories. He has the hands because for some reason he's going to hold the case and walk around kind of deal with it because he has to go to business. I'm just kidding. So again, his hands come out like Mark IV does over here. You got the repulsor hand, which he did use those, which I would wish they would give you a battle damage. It would be neat if they released a battle damage suit of this in the Marvel Legends form. Because this suit got some slack. I mean, it was the weakest suit he owns, basically. It's just enough to protect his body, and that's about it. Because this glove in the movie was pretty much ripped apart. There was nothing left to it. But at least this one, you can get the iconic... his hands form up. So he's always doing his iconic blaster pose with both hands to the right. So we're going to give him... Is this one not? What are the odds of that? No, it does. Thank goodness. Okay. So, right there is pretty much his iconic repulsor blast pose. Because he's always doing that. Okay, enough of that. You can strike in some of his iconic poses, like the superhero landing, as everyone loves. Let's see if I can get this thing to kind of do it right. Just how these figures aren't always the best for articulation. It's just one of those poses that you can get right, but it takes a lot of finesse. Like, it's moving in phases that really should not be moved into. Get his knee down. It's just one of those things that's just hard to do because this figure's not exactly the best for it, and like the hip needs to be way up, this hip needs to be way over, but he's very limited is the downfall of this one. But that's about the best I can do for you. I mean, it's a restricted suit, unfortunately, but you get the idea. So, all in all, this is not my favorite. Like I said, again, that one's still holding top of my list, even though it's newer, so it's going to be. But I'd say this is, well, we'll just say it's in 5th place. Just kidding. That's stupid puns. Still favorite is Mark 7, but I like my original Mark 3. And I like the Mark 2, Mark 4. He's a step above the original Mark 1 figure, so he's in 4th place. But we're not going to count the Mark 7 because we technically have not gone over those suits yet, but that's how it's going to be. So let's see. We'll show you him next to the Mark 4. These are all like that 6-inch, and then it eventually goes up to 6.5. So I mean, yeah, he's still a little bit smaller compared to the others, but still works. But not the best, but it's there. It's honestly sometimes the paint, because the bleed through on the silver is kind of bad. Mine's just as bad too. It's just how these figures are, that they have a lot of color bleed through. And it's a little bit irritating, but if you have a patience with hobby and painting and all that, you'll be able to fix. I mean, I could if I really want to, but I am not putting in the effort to right now for it. That could be on a customization video if you guys want to see it. We can do a customize. This one would be really good for weathering down, darkening, and giving them some nice depth. So that's one we can possibly do if you guys want to see it as well. We'll give him this one a superhero pose. Get his other knuckle or fist out. Now he can pose on his hips. Like that. Yeah, all of his hands supposedly pose. So cool. I can use that one in like that. And get that one in too. There you go. Best we're going to get with it. So that's pretty much the Mark 5 for you guys. Tell me what you guys think down in the comments. If this is one of your guys' favorites, let me know. I mean, pretty much it was a suitcase. Now it's a suit. You can go with that as you wish, but that's what you get with the suit and 4 extra hands. So not a bad deal. I mean, I think this figure was like $19 back in 2010. So I mean, it was a better deal than what they are now. Freaking $27 for a figure now is getting a little outrageous, but it's part of the game, I guess. So leave a comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the like button. And I will catch you guys on the next review. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you on the next build. Keep on collecting.